In this video, we will continue exploring some more features of dictionaries in Python. So let's say we have a dictionary which contains ages of different students. So let's call the dictionary students ages and then assign some values to this dictionary. So the key here will be the name of the student. So let's say the key will be Usman and the value will be the age of the our user, right, or students, whatever. So let's say the age of Usman is 26. We will add some more values here. Let's say there is some student XYZ. So here we have a dictionary with the name of the students as keys, and the values are ages of the student. So let's say I want to get the age of student Abasi. So what I will do is I will just write the name of the dictionary and then the name of the key, which is Abasi, and if I run it, it will print the age of Abasi, which is 27. So we have already seen this kind of scenario. So let's say we need to take input from a user, and which will be the name of the student, and then we will print the age of that student. So we will just take an input. So input, please enter student name to get age. Okay, so and we will store it in a variable student name equal to this, and then we will print the age of the student from this dictionary. So we will give the name of the student which will be entered by a user as the key. So let's see it running. So it is asking me for the name. I have entered Usman and it has printed 26. So what happened here is when I entered Usman was stored in student name, and then I accessed this dictionary and asked for the key with this value. Ask for this key, right, Usman. So this is the key Usman, and it will return the value of this key, which is 26. So it printed 26. So let's say our student or our user enters some invalid name, let's say ABC. So see, we have a key error here. Why? Because ABC is not available in our dictionary. So we can do the same thing. Either we can do, let's say, student ages dot get. We can use get method. So if the key is not available, it will print some default value which we will pass to this function. So which we can say no record found, right? So now if I enter ABC, it will print no record found because there was no key with this value. This should be the variable. Yeah, ABC. So see, name student is not defined. Okay, so it is student name. We should write student name here. So now it will print no record found if I enter ABC, and if I enter Usman, it will return the age of the user. So another way to see if the key exists in the dictionary, we have a keyword in. So how we can use it is we will write an if statement, and we will say that if key, which is in our case is being stored in this variable, so we will say if student name in, where we want to check if this key exists, we want to check in this dictionary. So we will write the name of this dictionary, and then we will just print the value of this key, student ages and student name. So what it will do is, let's say I have entered Abasi, so I will have Abasi here, and this in statement will check that this key, whether this key exists in this container or not. So in this case, this container is a dictionary. This can be a list or tuple or any container. So this will match this key for the keys in this dictionary, and if it matches, like if I enter Usman and Usman key is available in this dictionary, so it will return true, and I will enter into this if statement. And if the key doesn't exist, I won't be entering this if statement. It will just go to the next line after the if statement. So we can write an else statement here, and we can say print key not found, right? So now if I run this program and I enter Usman, I expect it to print 26. See, it is printing 26. And if I enter some key which does not exist in the dictionary, it will print key not found. because a student name in student ages evaluated to false and it came in the else part. So this is basically a way to check if a specific key exists in our dictionary or not. So now we will see if let's say we want to iterate over all the items inside the dictionary, right? And we want to do some specific stuff with that. So what we can do is we can have a for loop here, like in the case of list. What we did was I would say I can give this variable any name, and then I will say in, and then I will give the name of the container. So previously we gave the name of the list, but in this case we want to iterate over the dictionary, so I will give the name of the dictionary. So now if I print item here, let's see what it returns. So we can see that it has returned all the keys, but it has not returned the values. So let's say we want to access all the keys and the values at the same time. So dictionary provide us with the method which is called items. So when we will call items, it will return all the keys and the values to our program. So in this case now, this items will return two values, and we have seen in the functions video that when function return two values, we need to have we should receive it in two variables. So we will add another variable here, comma separated, and I will call the first value key because it will return the first value will be key and the second value will be the value of that key. So now if I print key here and then I print value here, it would have returned me both values, which will be stored here, and I can access those values. So now if I print these values, I can see that it has returned Usman and 26. So it has returned the key and the value, then key and the value, and so on. So this is how we can access all the items inside our dictionary. So I will attach a link to documentation of dictionaries in the description of this video, and I would suggest that you go and explore that link also. So this is it for the dictionaries. See you in next video.